always remember it was late afternoon. It lasted forever.
That was fun. The first book, because I didn't have a publisher, I didn't have an agent, and so I could write it at my own pace.
Foi muito divertido porque ele não tinha nenhuma editora, não tinha um agente, então ele pôde escrever no próprio ritmo.
So I worked my day job, and then my wife was going to bed early because we had a baby that didn't sleep very well.
Então ele trabalhava durante o dia no emprego dele e a esposa ia dormir cedo porque eles tinham um bebê que não dormia tão bem.
So I would write from 9 p.m. until midnight, 3 or 4 days a week.
Ele escrevia de 9 à meia-noite, 3 ou 4 dias por semana.
And then maybe 6 hours on one of the weekend days.
E talvez 6 horas em um dos dias do fim de semana.
And then 6 months later, I was done.
6 meses mais tarde, ele tinha terminado o livro.
Ended so soon.
So I met a girl many years ago, in March. We met in Florida, and we went to different universities, 1,000 miles apart, 1,500 kilometers apart. But I knew that this girl was the one for me.
Mas eu soube que essa era a mulher certa para mim.
In fact, the day after I met her, the very next day, while we were in Florida, I told her that we would get married one day. So, while we were apart for 3 months, because she went back to her university and I went back to mine, I wrote her 100 letters.
Escrevi 100 cartas para ela.
Just like Noah did for Allie.
Exatamente como Noah escreveu para ela.
And then she said yes and we got married.
Então ela disse sim e eles se casaram.
The sky, I was changed.
I think it was a walk to remember. It was very hard to write emotionally because Jamie was my baby sister, and it was about her battle with cancer. And then there was a boy in her life just like Landon.
E tinha menino na vida dela igual ao Landon.
And just like Landon, he knew what she wanted more than anything was to get married.
E como o Landon, ele sabia que o que ela queria mais do que tudo na vida era se casar.
But because she was dying, she never thought her dream would come true.
Mas como ela estava morrendo, ela não imaginava que o sonho dela se realizaria.
Until he asked her to marry him.
Até ele pedir ela em casamento.
Was there that I realized that forever was in your eyes? The moment I saw you cry.
I love them all. I like all the films made from my books. I've had great casts. They've stayed very true to the novels. They've been very successful at the box office.
Os elencos são excelentes, os filmes foram fiéis à história do livro e todos foram bem nas bilheterias.
So I don't have a favorite, but
Eu não tenho um favorito, porém,
the one that we watch most in my house
o filme que a gente mais assiste lá em casa
is A Walk to Remember.
é Amor para Recordar,
But the one that's most likely destined to be a classic
mas o filme que tem mais chance de se tornar um clássico
is The Notebook.
é O Diário de uma Paixão.
You were always the cool one.
No, they all had to die.
Todos eles tinham que morrer.
I'm not happy.
Não, ele não tem esse arrependimento.
I want these novels to be original, and I want you to remember them.
Eu quero que esses livros sejam originais e que as pessoas se lembrem deles.
And I want you to not have any idea what will happen until the very end.
E eu quero que vocês não imaginem o que vai acontecer até chegarem no final.
So if, for instance, you've read all my books, you know one of the main characters might die.
Então, se você já leu todos os meus livros, você sabe que um dos personagens principais pode morrer ou não.
Or no. What? So you have to keep reading.
In places no one will find all your feelings so deep inside.
Writing a book takes 5 to 6 months.
Escrever um livro leva 5 a 6 meses.
I work 3 to 4 days a week,
Eu trabalho 3 ou 4 dias por semana,
5 to 6 hours each of those days.
durante 5 a 6 horas, cada dia.
Whenever I sit down, I want to write 2,000 words.
Sempre que eu sento para escrever, a minha meta é escrever 2.000 palavras.
So, to get a novel, I usually write about 140,000 words.
Para conseguir um livro, eu escrevo em torno de 140.000 palavras.
But I end up deleting and deleting until it's about 100,000 words.
Mas aí acaba que eu vou cortando partes até ficar com 100.000 palavras.
So overall, it's about 70 days of actual
I
writing.
wanted to hold you, I wanted to make it go away. I wanted to
First, you have to read a lot.
Primeiro você tem que ler bastante.
And you have to read a whole bunch of different kinds of books.
E tem que ler vários tipos diferentes de livros.
And you have to learn what authors do well or what they don't do well.
Você tem que aprender o que os autores fazem de bom e o que eles fazem não tão bem.
And then you read another and another.
E você continua lendo mais e mais.
And when you finally think you know how to write, you sit down and start to write.
E quando você finalmente acha que você já sabe escrever, você senta e começa a escrever.
Do I know how my novels are going to end? Yes.
Sim.
From the very first page, I know how my novels end.
was in your light the moment I saw you cry. A baby cried.
Obrigado. Te amo ao Brasil.